using my eyeshadow everything brush for this, for most of this, okay? I could use my detail hack brush for all of it, but when you're starting out, it's really important to use a smaller brush. So I'm gonna go ahead and just show you the way that I learned, okay? So first you're gonna go into your contour and you want to be, I'm gonna make, like, you wanna be generous, just keep bouncing it in there because you're gonna be able to blend down anything you want. So when you look head on at yourself, there's two ways to do this. If you want your nose to look wider, you can go down the sides of your nose, okay? The sides of your nose. If you want your nose to look thinner, then you actually want to create two lines on top of your nose. And again, I'm someone, happy Easter, Dominique, that wants mine to be thinner and straight looking, okay? Maybe you want yours to be straight looking. Maybe you have that problem like me. I don't know. But the first step is just figuring out like where you want the lines and then put them there, okay? So my contour color that I'm gonna use may not be the color that you would need, okay? So if you don't already have a contour color that you think looks right, most of them will pull really orange on your nose if it's not the right color. I can help you pick a color if you want to message me. Up to you, whatever. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and make these lines, and you want them, again, they don't need to be perfect. They just need to be on top of your nose. If you want a thinner looking nose, okay? So this is right on top of my nose. Okay? And again, we don't care about perfection. What we care about is just getting them on there because we can blend anything we don't like away. That's the cool thing about cream contour. That's not cool about powder. Powder is really hard to work with. Okay. So now we've got these two lines. So what do we do with them? Hey Jeff, happy Easter. Hope you guys are having a great one. Everything is great here. Okay, so I've got these two lines, okay? So now what you want to do, you can have one or two options, okay? You always want to remember to connect this part, but the key is you can connect it and bring it under your brow, or, and that's if you have, okay, so here's a pro tip. So if you have smaller eyes and you want them to look bigger, then you want to go to your brow. So I have smaller eyes. So I'm going to make this shadow meet my brow. Okay. Now, so I've created this shadow and it touches my brow. I'm going to do it on both sides. But say you have larger eyes, then if you want them to look just a tad smaller, you would actually take that line and go in here with it, right underneath. So it would actually come here, underneath your brow, okay? So it's up to you. And again, I'm gonna offer something cool at the end, so you don't have to remember all of this, and it's free, so don't freak out. I'm not gonna sell you anything, unless you decide to buy a contour or a brush or something. But I mean, at the end, it's not a pitch. Okay. So we've got that drawn on. Okay, so now we're gonna take this. Now here, at the end of your nose, you get to decide, okay? You can bring it, you can leave it open. Some people don't want to make their nose look any shorter, okay? So they leave this open and they just blend this. Hi Bernice, hello. I am loving all the pictures of your dog, by the way. He is beautiful. Hope you have a happy Easter. So anyway, you can leave it open and then just blend down and your nose will look longer than it is. Or if you're like me and you want it to look a little shorter, then you want to make a V shape right at the tip of your nose, okay? Bam. Okay, so then you're gonna just connect those lines. Bam. So now, you can leave it like this, or you can make your nose, if you want your nose to look a little more lifted at the end versus down. So I have an underbite, okay? So with an underbite, my nose looks really flat to my face anyway. So what I want to do is create this lift so that my face doesn't look so flat, especially from a side view. So I'm going to just make a little circle right here. That's what we're going to do, okay? Just a little circle. And you can make it as big or as small as you want. It's up to you. Just don't forget to blend down here when you're done, because most people do. I see it all the time. Okay, so now this is important that you follow this, okay? Hey, Katie. Hi, happy Easter. Okay, so that was step one. Just make your lines. Make your lines decide. Do you want a thinner looking nose, a wider looking nose, a longer looking nose, a shorter looking nose? Leave it flat, elongated, or lift it up just a little bit. It just depends. And again, don't freak out. I'm going to help you at the end. Stay tuned. Okay, so now the next step, step 2, is going to be going to your second color, which is not your skin color. It's actually brighter than your skin tone. Sometimes it's lighter as well, but it's brighter. That's the main thing. And if you don't know the difference, if this isn't implemented correctly, it's not going to look good. Okay, that's what I'm here for. So just, if you need help, message me, it's fine. Okay, so I'm just gonna tap my little brush into here. This is key for this to create the illusion that we want. So there was the darkness. Now we're gonna play with the light. Okay, so now I'm gonna make sure I don't have too much on there. So I'm gonna touch anywhere. And I took before pictures. I'll put the before and after in the comments so that you can see the difference. So you're going to take that and go down. And so if you didn't make a circle on yours, then you'll go straight down. But because I did, I only want to put it where I didn't put contour. And I'm just going to tap over whatever's left right here. Okay? Now, next step. This is the most important step of this whole thing. If you're going to contour your nose, don't skip this step. So this is still step 2, but this is part of step 2. So take another brush. I prefer either the Detail Hack brush or the Buffy brush for this. So you want to turn your nose sideways. And you're going to get right up next to that edge of that line. You're going to get right up next to it. And you're just going to feather that kind of down your nose, okay? Same thing over here. Turn your nose sideways. And then get right up next to that line. And blend down. I'm stamping alongside my nose because that's where most of my pores are. So if you swipe, what happens is you get, when you swipe, you're taking the makeup off that you've put on that's smoothed out those pores on your nose. I'm just adding some more so you can see clearly here where we are with the lines and where they're not. Okay, so I've got this, and it even brightened up my eyes some, right? Like it even brightened up my eyes. I don't have concealer or my brightening shade under here. That's all that anybody needs. When you see, like everybody else is telling you, make this big triangle under your eyes. But I'm telling you, that is wrong. It's not correct. I have bags right under my eyes. When I smile, I have lines right here and right here. So the more over, if you have any lines, the more further this way you bring it, the more it's going to highlight that. And that's not something we want to highlight, okay? Okay, now, this is not, well, I'll say this is the third step. So third step, get your perfector sponge and just press. And I'm turning my nose sideways so you can see that I am pressing, not swiping, okay? That's important. We're not swiping. And this is just going to marry those colors together, and it's going to look like it's naturally on my face versus not supposed to be there. Okay? We don't want it to look, we don't want to blend it away. That's not the key, okay? The key is to make it look like shadows on your face, okay? Okay, so now that is there, and you can leave it like that, okay? I'm gonna go around that little, there we go. You can leave it like this and be fine, okay? But this is my suggested bonus step, I guess is what we're gonna call it. So what I like to do is I like to go into the glowy stuff that I like to put on my cheeks. I like to go into it. So this one's called Photoshop. There's a ton more, but because I'm pink undertone, this one pulls just glowy on me versus pink. So I could help you pick one of those as well. So I'm gonna flip this brush over to the fluffy side. See, we've been using this side. This is the eyeshadow everything brush. We're gonna use the fluffy side and just press in. And I'm gonna go right down where I put that lighter and brighter shade. Very, very lightly. I mean, I can't show you that way because I can't see. I'm barely touching my nose. And it's not making this, do you see what happens when I bend down? The light hits it and it just glows. So it makes it appear real, like that's straight, okay? Same thing, I'm gonna do this to my tip of my nose. And so when the light hits my nose, which is often, we now have a straight nose. So you can touch it, you can blend it. That's powder. The cool thing about that powder is that you can blend it and move it and all that stuff. So when I'm done, actually I'm gonna add just a little bit of this eyeshadow with the other side of this brush. This is unicorn eyeshadow. I like to just touch it to make a little more drama. If I could speak, we'd be doing good. Okay, so again, if I'm pressing straight down. I'm not swiping, okay? So now when I bend down, you can see that light reflect. So my nose then, again, it looks straight. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get off of here and I'm gonna take a picture and I'm gonna put the before and the after in the comments below so that you can see the difference, because when you watch just like a regular makeup tutorial, you can't see the difference. But when I put my picture side by side, you will see the difference. And so the extra thing that I wanted to share with you for free is if you want, you can send me a picture of you. Send it to me of you straight on. Take a picture of yourself just like this, whatever. Send it to me straight on and I will edit the picture and show you where your line should go. So I'll put a dark color where it should be for you and a light color where the light color should be on for you. And you will just have to look at that picture and you'll know that you're putting the lines in the right place for your face shape, for your nose shape. That's what the cool thing about having an artist is I do this stuff for free. So I'm happy to do that for you. So just send me a message, send me your picture. I'll do that for you. Simple, it's free. Why wouldn't you do it if you want to contour your nose? And I appreciate you guys hopping on with me on Easter. You are the real MVPs. So I'm going to take that after picture, post in the comments. I hope you guys have the best day ever, and I'll see you later. Bye.